watching. Yeah, yeah. And help another bitch out the whip, and I don't give a fuck if you don't like it. Yeah, yeah. Just to show you that it's over, it don't matter what you gotta say about it. Yeah, I'ma put that bitch pussy in a motherfucking body bag, so you know that I'm never ever coming back.
What's going on, guys? It's Fred Green, and today I'm coming at you with a video that has been so requested over the last however long I've been making Fortnite edits, like 2 months or so. Every single person, like all my comments and stuff, they're all asking me how to sync Fortnite clips, and they want me to do a tutorial on how I edit Fortnite, basically, just like a little like rough basics type deal. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. As you guys saw at the beginning of the video, I had a nice little edit that I did to a Post Malone song. The song's Over Now by Post Malone. It's on his newest album. The thing's on Twitter. If you want to see the full edit, I'll link to it. It'll be one of the first links in the description. So I'm basically going to redo how I edited them. Kind of. Might be a little different than in the version you saw, but it'll be pretty similar. So yeah. As you guys can see, I have these markers up at the top of the thing. Those are just telling me where the beats are in the song. So if I ram preview, like, I'll let you guys listen. So you can hear the drums in the background. Obviously, there's a snare and like a bass, and you can hear them like every time there's a beat. It's pretty standard. There's just a beat, and I put a marker on it. So that's where I'm going to be syncing my shots to. That's what I'm going to be using to sync. If you listen to it, every other beat is a little stronger, right? Like the second beat, like hard, soft, hard, soft, hard, soft, you know? So I'm going to be trying to sync up, just because I know in Fortnite I try to not do like really jumpy syncing. I just try to be like nice and clean and only really sync like shots and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just going to be syncing up like to that harder beat, even though I have the other one mapped out, just so I can like kind of measure how long everything is synced for and stuff. So yeah, and I already have these two cinematics in here, so that makes it nice and easy. So I'm just going to go to the beginning of where I have the first beat that after the cinematic. I'm going to go grab my clip. This is just how I lay out all my compositions. And I'm gonna link these clips as well if you guys want to try and follow along. But which one is it? Yeah, back-to-back Seagull Snipes. So I'm just going to go over, and luckily I managed to cut this pretty well. A lot of Fortnite clips don't tend to be cut the best, just because it's harder to record Fortnite. You know, most people don't use their Elgato the same way they do with COD. So yeah, so now I'm going to go and press Control-Alt-T. Basically what that does is it enables time remapping in After Effects. So you can see there's these markers, one at the start, one at the end, and that's all fine and dandy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the shot. Right here, this number goes down by 1 on the same frame that they shoot. So we're just going to go along till right when it jumps to 6. And you can see there's also like muzzle flash and stuff like that. So that is when he gets shooting. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to the bottom left, and I'm going to click on this little add or remove keyframe. And basically that's going to make a marker along this clip. So basically what this is it just makes it so that I can move this point of the thing. Like I can move this marker over here, and this is where the shot's going to be now. And then you can see before the shot, since I compressed it a little bit, this is going to be faster, and this side is going to be slower, because the distance between this keyframe and this keyframe is longer, and the distance between this keyframe and this keyframe is shorter. So you can also look at that if you open the graph and see how it basically makes sense. Before I did that, it was just nice straight line, nice consistent velocity the whole time. But when I move the marker over here, you can see this line stretches out and this line compresses and is more vertical. Basically that means that the velocity is a little faster over here and slower over here. And there's going to be more, we can like add into that, like acceleration and stuff like that, but I'm not going to do that right now. We'll get into that in a few minutes. So yeah, I have this shot, and then I come over here and I get this next shot. And I thought that was cool, but I couldn't make a nice transition like between the two shots, like syncing them up nicely. So what I did is I put a cinematic in the middle. That's pretty common in editing. Sometimes if you just don't like the way something looks, you're going to put a cinematic in the middle. So I'm going to mark my keyframe there as well, and then I'm just going to come right between the clips, probably like between both the keyframes, and just cut it. And then I'll put, well actually I should put a keyframe, and then Control-Shift-D, and what that's going to do is that's going to split the layers. So now I have this clip. I'll just make this smaller because it doesn't need so much time afterwards, where I can get these other keyframes. As long as you have your keyframe at the start and your keyframe at the end, you're good. You just can't delete, like I can't delete this keyframe, or else everything after here will just be, sorry, let me just come off the layer. Everything after this keyframe will just be, like there won't be anything else. So you gotta leave that last keyframe in there. Same goes with this one. I can delete these 2 keyframes, but I gotta keep this one at the start. So yeah, sorry, I have a bit of a cough. I'm coming off of an illness. Anyway, so right here is my first shot. So I'm just gonna go back to a little before it and just cut it down like that. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen to the song to listen to a point that I think would be good to sync this shot at. So basically, like I said, I want to do it on this hard point, so it'll be either here or here. Let me just listen to it again. So yeah, I like this one a little better. So I'm just gonna move it over here, line this keyframe up, and then drag this over and line it up with the start of the end of the cinematic. So where I'm gonna start the clip. So then we have it like this. All I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go to I'm gonna go to where I want it to end. So I want it to end right around here. I usually have like at least 1 sync point between the first shot and the start of the clip, and then I try to leave 2 after the clip, just so like people can really like understand what happened in the clip, and there's enough time, like it doesn't go too quickly, so that they're like, wait, what just happened there? They don't have to replay it. They understand what happened in the clip. Next thing you're gonna do is I turn off the audio for these clips because I add in my own gun sounds. A little self promo. If you guys want to buy some gun sounds, I have a pack of every single gun sound in all of Fortnite. You can go buy it down below. It's only $15, and whenever a new gun sound gets added, you guys all get it for free. All you gotta do is hit me up. So now you're gonna go to the start of the clip, drop another keyframe, and here we are. We have this first shot edited. So I'm just gonna listen, and like I said, I put a cinematic in between, so I'm gonna listen for like how long I want the cinematic to go. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do 1 sync point, and then right here is where I'm gonna sync the other thing. So I'm gonna sync it, line it up right here, cut this down, put a keyframe there. Oh shit, didn't even do that. Put a keyframe there, cut that, and then go toward the end. And I'm gonna slow-mo it a little bit after the shot, just because it's the last shot and stuff. That always looks good, so I'm gonna cut this, drag it over here, and now we have this one clip edit, basically synced up. Now, that's not all I do for syncing, that's just the basics. Like, I'm sure if you guys watch this right now, it wouldn't look bad, but it wouldn't look as good as it can. So, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add some acceleration. So basically, what I talked about this a little while ago, and that's when we go back to this graph editor. So we're going to select our point that we're going to add acceleration to, the point where we shoot, and we're just going to go over to this graph. And you can see it's pretty standard motion. It slows down a little bit after the keyframe, but it's not anything drastic. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell if I played it. It would just look normal to you probably. But what we're going to do is we're going to select this point here in the middle, and then click down here to add some little handles to it. What we're going to do is put this handle pointing up, and this handle pointing down, and then go over to this clip, this side, put a right handle on that, move it over, and then go to the end of the clip and put a left handle and point this down a little bit. Not drastically, but just enough. So basically you can see this looks kind of weird now. There's some curves and stuff, and all that means basically is at the start of the clip there's a little jump, and then it slows down, and then as it comes to this next keyframe that I made, it speeds up again, so it jumps through that shot really quickly, then slows down a little bit, then jumps through into the cinematic, and then we're going to do the same thing on this other clip. I'll do that real quick. It's nice and easy. Exactly the same thing I just did, so like, I don't really need to talk you through it, but if you missed it, left handle, the middle clip, we're going to do 2 handles, pointing up, pointing down, and then pointing right over here. And ta-da, that's basically it. So, now that I've done that, I will RAM preview this for you guys so you can check it out and see what it is looking like. As of now, it shouldn't take too long to RAM preview. Yeah, okay. So I think that looks really good with the deagle. It just kind of like shoots upward, and you can see the deagle looks really good in this game. How it just like it's really slow after the shot. I really like how that looks, plus like the zooming in and out, just like third person and stuff. But yeah, I like how that looks, and it would be pretty good. But there's one thing missing, and the one thing I think is missing is the gun sound, obviously. I know you guys typically like gun sounds. Some people don't so much, but personally I think they're very important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these gun sounds, the 2 deagle gun sounds. You can listen to them. Pretty nice. Here, I'll just try and prove it again, actually. Won't take long. and that sounds pretty cool. I like that so far. Like, I'd be fine if this was my end product, honestly, like once we throw the cinematic in the middle and stuff. But one more thing that I like to do is add a whoosh, and what a whoosh kind of does is, a lot of people have different terms for them basically, but what they like to do, or what I like to do with them, is basically I use them to just kind of like add some impact almost. So like there's a little bit of a build up before the shot, right? So I'll let you listen to it again. You might not hear the difference, but you know, here. There's just a little bit of build up before the shot, and it makes the shot sound a lot better in my opinion. Especially with like rap edits and stuff. That's another thing. I have a custom whoosh. It's really similar to the one that I use in my edits, and I include that in all of my gun sounds packs in my store. So if you guys do, once again, little self promo, if you want this gun sound, like the gun sounds that I use in my edits, and a custom whoosh, it is down in the description for only $15. And yeah, you can check that out. It is one of my prized possessions. It's one thing I'm really happy about doing on Fortnite. So now we're gonna just go down here, have the gun sounds down somewhere at the bottom. I usually try to order them, but I'm not actually doing this edit in order, so I think that's pretty good, right? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we have this one clip synced, and yeah, that's basically all I tend to do. I think that's pretty good, honestly. Like I usually add like flashes and stuff, but I'll save that for another time. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have anything else you want me to cover, I'm planning on doing one on 3D text and like colorful Fortnite text and that sort of stuff. But if you guys are interested in anything else, be sure to leave a comment, and I will make sure that the most thumbs up comment, I will do that in the tutorial very, very soon. I want to start doing these more often, and yeah, if that's the kind of stuff you guys want to see, be sure to sub the channel. I do a lot of Fortnite editing. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you later.